Hey Ben, what's up, man?
How's it going?
Good, man. I'm Ned. I'm from Rock 108. How are you doing today? What were you drinking just there?
This is a Sonic. I'm addicted to Sonic drinks. It's
Oh, dude.
the ice.
It's a sad thing here in Eastern, at least in our area here in Eastern Iowa. We used to have Sonic, but we still have the commercials. So it teases me every
Oh,
single day of like,
so
here's what you could have.
here's what you could have, but not anymore.
Yeah, it's so much for getting a delicious shake. No, you go to Casey's and just eat whatever they might have.
There you go.
Yeah,
No,
man.
otherwise, we're good, man. We're up in Kentucky. We've had some hella hot weather here lately, but I love hot weather, so I'm not really complaining about it.
Well, hopefully we'll be at a hot day on July 23rd, man. It's been kind of sweltering with the humidity here, man, and just
Yeah,
like
you guys
this
love it.
sweaty kind of thing going on.
Yeah, it's thick.
Yeah, thick, and you can kind of eat the air like an IPA beer, dude.
Right.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for
Yeah.
and hanging out in this and also playing our big 30th anniversary show, Rock 108, celebrating 30 years
Nice.
with you guys and Daughtry on July 23rd at the McGrath Amphitheater, man. So that's awesome.
Yeah, we're excited about that. We leave. Uh, I think next week to start that tour. It starts us off in Wyoming, and then we're going like all over the place. So that'll be
Yeah.
fun. We can't wait to get on the road. We've done a few shows with Daughtry already, and his camp is really, really cool. So,
Mhm.
summer tours are always fun. But
Yeah.
people are in good moods. You can play outdoor venues like the one you just mentioned, and it's awesome.
Yeah, man. Just and of course, then in that case, like you were saying, a nice hot day, everyone's sweating, enjoying a Blackstone Cherry show.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah. So you guys have been doing the jam, man, since like early 2000s, 2001, and it's amazing to see how far like bands like you guys have come and gone from all the way to 2001. Now we're in 2022. Is it kind of weird to think like, yeah, we've been doing this for 20 years?
It is bizarre. Like when you say it out loud, like even with us, talking about it, it sounds weird to think that this is our 21st year
Mm,
back in this last June. Um, but it doesn't seem. I mean, to me anyway. I mean, most of the time, it doesn't seem like it's been 21 years. Because we love what we do. Granted, there's
mm,
always we've had some extreme ups and downs in the music business. Just in any
sure.
business, you're gonna have that. And but we always joke and say we don't really remember life before the band. It's like ever
Right.
since the band started, it's like that's just been what we've done.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
we
man.
are super humble and appreciative that we're still here and putting out new stuff and people still are interested and want to come see us. And the cool thing is that we get so many people now that are saying, "Hey, we just discovered your band, just heard this song for the first time," and that's awesome. It lets us know that there's still a lot of fans out there that we haven't reached.
Yeah, man. I think here in East, at least to here at Rock 108, because we've been playing your guys' stuff probably since 2001, which is cool to say.
Awesome.
And every time we talk about the 30th anniversary show on air, we always highlight Blackstone Cherry first because you're like that band that everyone
Oh,
here in Eastern Iowa was like, oh, dude, we got to go to the Blackstone Cherry show, obviously.
well, thank you. I appreciate that. And
Yeah.
every time we get to Iowa is such a cool state, and we've been able to play there and kind of cultivate a nice little following in that Midwestern area. And
Mm,
I think because we're from Kentucky ourselves, so we're all kind of cut from the same cloth, I think. And
yeah.
that's why when those people come out, we totally feel the vibe.
Yeah, man, absolutely. So it's festival season, a lot of big rock festivals happening, like Rock Fest and such, and all around this kind of area. But I also see a lot of like festivals that are happening across the world, like Hellfest and Clisson, France, and stuff. I'm now educate me. Have you guys really kind of journeyed into that area, playing those big rock festivals and like across seas?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, what's funny is I would say our biggest fan base is probably overseas.
no shit.
Yeah,
That's
it's really
awesome.
weird. We've done Hellfest.
Mm,
We've headlined actually some of the big festivals over there before, so it's pretty crazy. People always go, "Why do you think you're bigger over there than here?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I'm not going to question it. We're just kind of going with it."
yeah.
Um, but yeah, they European. I think the U.S. has actually learned a lot from the way the European festival market is because it's just they don't just put on a big show. It's
Mm,
like it's an experience.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
an incredible thing. And but so I am happy to see that the U.S. has a lot of these rock festivals that are starting to pop up now, and
Mm,
they're very prevalent. And now they're extending them to like 4-day festivals and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like,
yeah.
that's what Europeans have been doing forever. So I'm glad it's starting to catch on because it's a good thing for rock and roll.
It is, man. I mean, and I venture to them any possible chance that I can get. I'm just like, because you get kind of envious of like seeing the stuff that's happening over in Europe and such. And you're just like, God, why isn't that kind of thing here? And I think Hellfest this year, because of all the pandemic and stuff, they decided to extend their festival an entire week. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, holy. Yeah.
It's incredible. It's awesome, man. You know, they knew that when they had to cancel, as soon as the doors were going to be open again, they were going to come out swinging, and they did. You know.
Yeah, they absolutely came out swinging, man. Holy crap. So July 23rd, of course, the big Rock 30th anniversary party here at Rock 108 with Blackstone Cherry, of course, and Daughtry. And he said this tour is just starting pretty soon here. Obviously, the big elephant in the room with anything, with any kind of touring band, was the obviously pandemic where everything shut down for a while. So
Yeah.
what kept you guys busy during that time where you weren't allowed to essentially do what you guys do best?
The one thing for us that kept us going a little bit, that had, you know, like a carrot on the stick for us, is because we finished recording our last album
Mhm.
in March of 2020,
Yeah,
which is right at the top of when all was starting to go nuts and everything
of
was closed.
course.
So we got that done, and so through April and May, we were able to we were mixing and mastering the records. So that kept us at least excited, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, and kept us busy. And then it got like during the summertime, we thought we were going to be able to go out and play a show, just like a lot of people thought. Oh, this is just going to be a quick thing,
Right.
and then when we started to see that, yeah, this was going to be an extended thing, we weren't going to be able to tour anymore for that year. It was kind of shocking, you know, and like um, you sit around, you know, sitting on your hands, like, well, what are we supposed to do? We had all these plans. This is how we make a living. This is my purpose.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't have that, so we all did different stuff. I mean, obviously, we enjoy being home with family and getting that time, you know, and
Yeah.
celebrating some holidays and birthdays that we would normally be missing. But you know, we just had to find ways to keep her busy. My wife and I started a clothing line, something I'd wanted to do for a long time. It's like
That's cool.
called Surf Monster. It's like a beach apparel type stuff. So
Hmm.
that kept me really busy through that. 'Cause I'm the kind of person, I can't just not do something, you know.
Mhm. I do
Um,
100%. I'm right with you on that.
yeah,
Holy crap.
I have
Yeah.
to keep myself you know, motivated, and my mind has to be stimulated. I can't just sit around and watch TV. So
Oh, I
that
can't.
was a blessing. And then we actually played some shows in October of 2020. That was like our first show back.
Mm,
But that was the longest gap we had ever gone without playing a show since the inception of the band. Because even
yeah.
before we were like actually touring, we were at least playing every weekend, you know,
Right.
growing up.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
was the longest period of time that we had gone without. So it was really weird, you know. It was one of those things where you don't ever take that for granted again, because we didn't know it was going to be taken away from us like that. So
Right.
we definitely appreciate being on the road.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And especially with rock venues, so many like the little ones unfortunately had to close because bands
Yeah.
like you guys going around uh just weren't able to survive. They weren't able to do it because that's just what it was. They didn't have
Right.
that lifeline. And so being able to kind of get back on the road and get those things reconnecting. I'll tell you, man, the first time I saw a show post pandemic, we're still kind of dealing with it in our own way. I had like this moment of just like, holy shit, it's been like 2 years.
Yeah.
This is all I want. And it gave people such a release and such a thing to do. And it was so cool to just kind of see them back together again and doing their thing.
Absolutely. We felt the same way. You know, as soon as we
Yeah.
stepped on that stage the first time, and it was like, this is right. This is what we
Mm,
need to do. And yeah, you could feel the energy from the audience, because like you said, it was their first time coming to a show as well.
yeah.
So they, you know, they came, you know, swinging, and they
Right.
came hungry for it, you know. And I think it's just, it was a testament to how much people need entertainment in their life. You know, it's like, you put on a show even in the middle of a pandemic, you know, a lot of people would still go because they're like, I
Yeah.
need this to survive, you know.
Mm,
It's not just something, especially on our side, it's not just something we do to pay bills. Like it's in our bloodstream to go out and do that. So
yeah.
like I said, we need it, you know. It's like a fix or something, you know.
It is, man. And during that time, everyone was trying to figure out how we can essentially make money. Like we'll do live streams, we'll do this kind of thing, this sell pandemic titled T-shirts, whatever it may be. But there was something happened during that time, is that a lot of people started to figure out that like, oh, I prefer the convenience over the experience. In a lot of cases of that is like movies. Like when movies
Right.
started coming from like, oh, it's going to skip the theaters and go straight to streaming. I'm like, dude, there's something
Yeah.
about, even if it cost you extra $25 for a bucket of popcorn, I don't care. It's about going to see that
Yeah.
experience, that
I'm the
whatever
same
that
way.
is.
I'm the
Yeah,
same way. Like going to the movie, we love going to the movies, and like I said, it can be nice just to put on Netflix or whatever, Hulu,
sure.
but you say it takes away. It's like watching a concert DVD versus going to the show. I mean,
Yeah.
you might get, you know, it might feel cool to watch it and all that kind of stuff, but there's nothing like walking in those doors
Hmm.
and smelling the smells and doing the thing and being with people elbow to elbow. That, you know, we love that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
it was needed. So I'm glad it's back. I'm glad we're sitting here talking about tours that are happening. You
Oh
know?
my God. Thank God, dude.
Yeah.
Just like you were saying, like we look for that, getting back to doing the performance. For me, it's going to the performance and doing interviews with guys like you. And this weekend I'm going to Upheaval Festival in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I've like got interviews booked with other bands. I'm just like, oh my God, this is like,
Right.
I love doing my radio show every day, but there's this small piece where you kind of like a little bit of bites of this, and it's just like,
Sure.
yeah, dude, this is what I did this for, man.
Yes. It keeps it interesting, and it keeps you on your toes, you know?
Exactly, man. It's a ton of fun. And even this, I mean, like you back in the day, we would do like a phone. We would sit on the phone, record
Right.
that. But now we have Zoom. Now
Yeah.
I can see your face, and it's just
Right.
like we need that face-to-face communication that so many people are like, well, I'll just text them and see what's going on there.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Ugh,
A lost
Lord.
art. Face to face is a lost art anymore, you know? So
Yeah,
thankful we have Zoom, you know?
yeah,
And I know
man.
Zoom appreciates the past couple of years too.
Yeah,
If
no doubt.
you had stock in Zoom, you were doing all right.
Yeah. So the last thing I'll ask you, because I know you want to probably eat your lunch that you got from Sonic here a little bit ago. Being, I'm kind of a 2000s teen, and so I kind of grew up with you guys as well. But seeing that, to kind of go with that whole digital versus experience thing, how is you as a band going from buying CDs and buying the album to now transitioning to this streaming and downloading and all that? As a band, how does that kind of affected you guys?
I mean, it's one of those things, kind of a polarized topic with some bands. We're like, dude, if people stream our music, if that's how they find out about us,
Yeah,
cool. Because that we look at it as going, look, albums, CDs just aren't selling. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
mean, we still put them out, and people are trying to get creative and figure out new ways to put out music.
Sure.
And because you have to, it's an ever evolving system. It's a thing. It's like, so you have to kind of grow with it. I don't think you can go against it. So I think albums, though, vinyl albums, people love. I think that has made a huge comeback now.
Yeah.
That's funny though, because it takes more of an effort for most people to play the vinyl than it does a CD, because it's
It does.
it's a whole deal. But it's an experience. Going back to that experience thing, some people love to sit in their room and drop that needle on the record and listen to it that way. So we have found that vinyls have become super popular, and the streaming stuff. We've had people say, "Hey, I'm at this show tonight because I was listening to something on Spotify and you all came up, and then I added y'all." So if that turns into somebody coming to a show or buying a shirt, then hey, it's all for the better good of growing the band. So we just kind of have to go with it and learn to live with it and be smart about it, and obviously be open for new changes. And the old, what's next? What's going to be the new way to next year there'll be something else out there that
Right.
TikTok will be old news, and there'll be something else. And I'm like, you got to keep up.
Yeah. And sometimes it's hard to keep up, man, because
It is.
it's so fast moving, where it's so many moving parts. Like, oh, now I got to download this app. How many more
Right,
apps
I
do I have
know.
to download today? So, but
It's
dude,
a lot.
Ben, it was so awesome, man. I appreciate it. We can't wait to see 30th anniversary Rock 108 show with you guys, Blackstone Cherry and Daughtry. Tickets, by the way, for those that are watching, creventslive.com. You can come hang out with us and have some fun. And we're doing meet and greet, so I'll be able to meet you right at the show, Ben. It'll be awesome.
I look forward to shaking your hand.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, enjoy that Sonic, man. Enjoy your beverage, and
Thank you.
we'll see you next weekend.
I know that's crazy. It's coming up so fast. All right, we'll see you then.
I forgot one thing. We have to take a still shot for the blog. So,
yeah, right on.
For quick 3 seconds, do this, whatever you want. Just smile. I don't care, but I'll do something. So, in 3, 2, 1. All right, cool, man. All right, perfect. I'll see you next weekend, man.
Thanks, man.
All right, see you, dude.